Alright, cool. Pardon the... will probably be some temporary frame drops because it seems to do that when I'm on this window. Let's see. No, it seems to be behaving. That's good. For now. Oh, yep, there it goes. Alright. Let's see if this works. Nope, does not look like the controller. Nah. I was hoping that it would, Darn. Rats. Oh well. I was hoping that the game would talk to my controller, but it does not. That's okay. Anyway, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Mortality Monday, where I'm playing Broken Sword 3. Sorry, hold on a second. Okay, good, yeah. Yes, Broken Sword 3. The Sleeping Dragon. And we got through that wonderful opening sequence where George had to escape a crashed plane along with his Australian pilot, and then do some fun climbing puzzle along a cliff face. And then we saw, like, I guess someone who's a member of the Order of the Broken Sword from, like, the first game. And now we're playing as Nico. And I forget what led up to this moment. I think there was a gunshot for reasons. Hey, Ober Solo, and hey, Klutz64. Yeah, I know, right? Broken Sword 3D. Like how every title on the DS has to have like a subtitle with the acronym DS to, you know, like make everyone aware that this is on the DS, even though they already know that because they're holding the DS in their hand. The controls aren't that bad. They're a little. They took some getting used to. I'm gonna have to re-get used to them every time I play this game, but they're not too bad. I've seen worse, which is probably damning with faint praise, but
The window led out to the balcony.
I think the thing that's like most annoying is the fact that I have to use the WASD keys to select actions and the arrow keys to move. Like, I feel like, I mean, because WASD is usually used for moving, right? And I feel like I want to be able to click on these things to use them instead of using the keyboard, but I can't do that. So that's a little annoying, but it's not terrible. It's get used to-able. And I like all the different like contextual actions. Hey, those things look familiar. We saw like spiky round like barriers in the sewers in the first game.
Somehow I was going to have to climb past the railing to reach the apartment windows.
Also, I don't know if anybody saw my tweets or the additional info in my stream title, but since it is currently hot as balls in California, there is a possibility that we may have a power shut off tonight. Don't know exactly when, but it might happen, and if the stream ends suddenly, that's why. That's probably why. So, just so that you're aware. Walk-in press adventure games, yeah. I was gonna say, like, I think the comparison to Gabriel Knight 3 was also in my mind, and I think this is a better control system than Gabriel Knight 3. Because, like, Gabriel Knight 3, you weren't even controlling the character. Like, you were controlling the camera, and then, like, some weird, like, third person, or not third person, but, like, first person, someone who wasn't anybody in the scene. It had to, like, just, like, zoom through the scene with this disembodied camera, and it made no sense. It was weird. Let's see. Hang on. Before I start messing with that, I'm gonna look around inside some more.
The window led back to the apartment landing.
And that's, like, not including the hilarious issue that I had while playing Gabriel Knight 3, which wasn't really the game's fault. It was, like, it was the fault of, like, modern computers not being able to properly run the game. But the fact that I kept running into, like, these weird, like, pathing and collision issues whenever I told the character to go anywhere, and they just would, like, spend 15 minutes walking around in loops trying to get to where they meant to go, which was hilarious. But also very frustrating. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what was causing the issue. And I found out that I could have fixed it by running the game in full screen, but if I did that, then I wouldn't have been able to stream it, so... yeah.
There were no messages on the pad. A pencil hung beside it on a piece of string.
You win some, you lose some, I guess. Oh, pencil. Oh yeah, and then what's inventory? What's my inventory button? There, spacebar. Oh hey, I have inventory, right. Oops.
It was the pencil I'd borrowed from the lobby of Vernon's building. My press card. I never did like that picture.
It's a decent picture. Ah yes, notebook. Gunshots in Vernon's apartment. Oh no.
Today's modern woman should never be without her lipstick.
I disagree.
I needed to get into the apartment to find out what was going on. It was quiet, but that didn't mean the place was empty. The door was securely locked.
Kick it
I
down!
needed to find another way if I was going to get into that apartment.
The walking controls are also very strange. Like, I'm never sure which way I'm supposed to press to go. Like, it's like tank controls, but worse. At least tank controls, I know that like, up is character forward.
Running away wasn't an option. If I was going to get the story, I had to get inside that apartment.
So yes, you may just see your character is kind of zigzagging around drunkenly while I'm playing through this game.
It was the door to a neighbor's apartment. I could hear the TV. Perhaps someone was in. No answer. Either they couldn't hear, or they didn't want to hear. The door was locked.
Alright then. Okay.
The window led out to the balcony.
So clearly, the way to get into that apartment is out here. Oh right, it can push and pull things. Yeah, okay. Those pipes on the eaves look promising. Oops. Oh god. Right. Yeah. Come on. Hug every wall. There we go. And if you're lucky, it'll be one of those games where, like, you get a little icon over your character's head when you find something to interact with, like Final Fantasy IX or Shadow Hearts. But not always. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm going to save my game frequently tonight, just in case. Oops, wait. Oh no, just okay. Yeah, alright, we're fine. Just in case the power goes out, because I don't want to lose too much progress, if at all possible.
It was the hacker's window, all right. Through the grime, I could see a shape that looked a lot like a body.
But is it a dead body?
The window was securely locked.
Of course. Alright. Oh. Huh. Okay, so I gotta go over the railing to get down. Because I can't get back up. Right, okay. Probably have to, like... Oh! Oh wait, no I don't. I can just do this. This is adorable.
I knew that climbing balconies was crazy, but the story had me hooked and I wasn't about to let it go.
Feels very Tomb Raider-y.
The window was ajar, but with the latch down, it was still locked. The gap was too thin, even for my fingers. It was pretty dark, but I could just make out the shape of a bed. There was a gap, but the latch meant it was still closed.
Time for the pencil.
There was no reason to try that.
Yes there was. What? Oh, maybe the card.
It's true. A press card can get you in anywhere. Just one little wiggle between the window and the lock, and the latch lifted.
Nico's now used card to open things in 2 games in a row. Very very reliable trick in adventure games. But up there with like using a dime to unscrew a screw. What is the... Oh yeah, it's page down. That's the thing.
The window was unlocked. I could see the street outside. Whoever did the dusting here never got around to the TV.
What is with this spooky-ass music?
The wardrobe was stuffed with unwashed clothes. Disgusting.
Hey, I recognize that art. That's the box art for the first game. Cute, Broken Sword.
An old monitor had been stuffed in the corner. Cold Singapore noodle with tea bag. Gross.
Save my game again. Okay, nobody in the bed.
The door led to the rest of the apartment. I couldn't hear anything. The guy was dead, all right.
Oh. Poor guy.
The picture was a pleasant touch. Another Steve Jobs original.
Because it's an apple. I see what you did there.
The door was pretty plain looking. I couldn't hear anything. If the killer was still around, he wasn't in there. The wash basin was surprisingly clean. I'd always dreamed there were men out there capable of cleaning the toilet, but he wasn't one of them. Some things I just didn't need to examine.
Wait. What is that? If that's the toilet, what's that? Is it a bidet? Why is there a bra on the shower rack? Or, yeah. Shower curtain bar.
I couldn't hear anything.
Listen at every door.
The door led back to the rest of the apartment.
Even though I know there's nothing in there. Do the Quest for Glory 4 thief approach, where like whenever you open a door, it's like listen at door, look through keyhole, grease hinges. Do all of those things every time you go towards any door. Uh-oh. No, I wasn't done looking around the other place. Oh, hi.
Get away from those doors. Over here, where I can see you.
Okay, whatever you say.
I've been waiting a long time for the chance to do this.
So, we've met before?
Oh, yes.
Really? You obviously didn't make an impression the first time.
You won't be so clever when I've killed you. Time's up!
Oh!
Ah!
What? Wow, I had like a second. Wow. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, okay. I want to go back to the other room because I did not finish looking in it. Yeah. Okay, so...
The door led to the rest of the apartment.
I probably could have,
The guy was dead, all right.
I probably could explore the apartment at my leisure after I dealt with her, but I want to actually do this properly. Hey, Michael Ford! Well, we already died, so... So we have a death. Mortality Monday lives up to its name.
The front door of the apartment led back out to the hallway. I couldn't hear anything.
It was, yeah.
The door was securely locked.
What, you can't lock it? You can't unlock it from inside? Ooh, what's that?
Something shiny caught my eye.
Shiny things!
It was a shell casing from the gun the killer used.
Ooh.
I held on to it. I needed any clue I could find. Who needs ornaments when you've got a TV?
Yeah, wow, look at this giant, like, shelf for, like, books or DVDs or whatever. Nothing on it. I could find so much use for that, for all that space. This guy's just letting it go to waste.
He must have been dead before he hit the ground, which ruled out CPR, thank God. I didn't fancy going mouth to mouth with that acne and those teeth.
Jeez.
I knew I had to search the body. It was still warm. All I could find was his business card. Vernon Blier, software consultant. This was the crazy geek I'd been due to meet, all right. Maybe he wasn't so crazy after all. There was nothing else to be found on his body. The computer had been wrecked. Someone had removed the hard drive in a hurry. The computer was badly damaged. This was one serious binder collection.
Okay, so that's where we were before. Where we got jumped by the lady who looks like me. Okay. Ah, wow. Controls, please. Okay. Just gonna
The door was pretty plain looking.
just look around the bathroom, even though we already did that, just for completion's sake.
The wash basin was surprisingly clean.
Okay. Nice Cocopelli rug there. Okay, so let me get my finger ready so that in a split second
Get
I
away
have.
from those doors. Over here, where I can see you.
Okay, whatever you say.
I've been waiting a long time for the chance to do this.
So, we've met before?
Oh yes.
Really? You obviously didn't make an impression the first time.
You won't be so clever when I've killed you. Time's up.
What? Oh,
You!
there we go.
You're not going to stop us this time.
I never forget a face. So why had I forgotten hers?
Ow!
Actually had more time that time.
Damn!
Whoop 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 whoop.
Come back, you salope! Where did she disappear to?
Neat. Let me continue poking around that apartment first.
It was the kitchen door. I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, somehow she blocked a bullet with a frying pan. Like, I hope that was a cast iron. Although it does not look like one. And from the sound it made when she dropped it, it didn't sound like one either.
The rug was cheap and nasty. I pulled back the rug.
Oh.
One of the floorboards was loose. The rug had been covering a loose floorboard. The floorboard lifted up easily. In the space below, there was a small safe.
Sweet.
Under the floorboard was a small safe with an electronic lock. I could have hit buttons at random, but getting the combination that way would have taken weeks.
Alright. Then, let's see if we can find the combination. Oops, that's the computer again. Ah, here we go. This is a nice spacious apartment. Oh god, that's pretty bad lag.
The fridge door had just saved my life. I was lucky the pan had deflected one of those bullets.
There's a blinky thing. Probably the answering machine.
Someone had thrown away a bank statement. Someone had thrown away a bank statement.
Yeah, can I have it?
The trash can contained no clues.
Oh, I guess I already have it. Bank statement. Also, I should look at this business card and all the other things I picked up.
It was the casing from one of the bullets the woman had fired. I figured it could help in some way. It was the card I'd found on the dead guy. His phone number was 0123748019.
Okay.
According to the bank statement, Vernon Blier was pretty short of money. Maybe that's why he'd planned on selling his story.
You know, it occurred to me recently that there was that whole story or there's like the whole side story in Broken Sword 2 about the guy's wife, Ubier's wife, and how like he'd been accused of murdering her, and like nothing ever came of that. There were like
Not this time.
a few people you could talk to about it, and that was it. Like we'd never solved that mystery. So that's gonna drive me nuts now. I wonder if we ever go back to that in later games. I hope we do.
The number of the phone was 0123748019. There was a light flashing. A message had been left on the answer machine. Maybe there was a clue on the answer machine.
You have 3 new messages.
Vernon, darling, it's Maman here. I'm at my wit's end. I've given your trousers 3 washes at 100 degrees and that stain still won't come out. It's more like cement than mayonnaise. Anyway, the ironing starts.
Oh god.
I hate these machines. Au revoir, à dimanche. This is Nicole Colladier from La Liberté. Just to say I'll be round at 8 as promised. Goodbye. Vernon, it's Beatrice. Good luck with the reporter. I'll be waiting for you in the gardens afterwards. Love you, Snooky.
Snooky? Perhaps I should make a call.
Oh hey, Lobino. He looks different now. He had blonde hair before. Sure, let's talk to Lobino.
I wondered if Andre might have any ideas.
Andre Lobino?
Hi, Andre.
My dear Nico, how are you?
Having one of my interesting days? I was about to interview a guy when somebody shot him.
My God, are you hurt?
I'm okay, but the killer escaped before I could stop her.
Her? A woman?
That's right. And it's not the only strange thing. I think this is more than just your ordinary homicide.
Oh dear. Are you off on one of your little adventures again, Nico?
Hey, what do you mean?
I suppose at least that idiot Stobar isn't involved this time.
Yet.
Andre, I was nearly killed.
Okay, okay.
You suck, Andre. Oh god, I'm sorry. Sorry about your leg. I hope that's better soon. I know, right, Max? God. You'd think they'd have it figured out by now.
Trouble is, I can't find any leads to follow up.
The killer must have left a trail of some kind. Search the whole area for clues.
I'll see what I can turn up.
Well, I wasn't suggesting that this killer is Ubier's wife, but hey, you never know.
There's a safe in the apartment, hidden under the floor.
In Nicoder's apartment?
That's right.
Seems to me you need to find the combination for that safe.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Andre, I'm going to get back to the investigation.
Okay, Nico. Oh, and what I said earlier, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, Andre. I ask for it sometimes. But you know, George, he was a lot of things. But he was never an idiot.
If you need my help, be sure to call me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, imagine having a system that actually fucking works. Oh yes, let's call
Perhaps I should make a call.
newspaper.
Better check in with my paper.
News desk?
Candice, is the old man in?
Yes, but he's in a meeting.
Tell him that you'll need to get someone to cover for me this afternoon.
Oh, so techno-nerd turned out to be a bit of a dish, did he?
Not exactly. Let's just say the morning was full of surprises.
I'm intrigued. Anything you want to file?
Still on the case. But you'll be the first to know. By the way, have you got anything on this programmer?
Just that he's one of the best in his field.
Thanks. Bye now.
I just realized he has a washing machine in his kitchen. That's weird. But okay. Let's see. Okay, well that's the door that leads out. Ah, okay.
Maybe the phone number matched the combination. But that wasn't the case.
Damn. Bank
The
statement?
combination could be the same as the number on the statement. But that slim hope vanished as soon as I keyed in the numbers. Damn!
Okay. What else?
Perhaps I should make a call.
You have no new messages. Old messages.
Vernon, darling. It's Maman here. I'm at my wit's end. I've given your trousers 3 washes at 100 degrees and that's
How do
still
I
not
skip
covered.
dialogue?
It's more like cement than mayonnaise. Anyway, the ironing's done. Oh, I hate these machines. Au revoir.
Nothing
à
does it.
dimanche. This is Nico Coladier from La Liberté. Just to say I'll be round at 8 as promised. Goodbye. Vernon, it's Beatrice. Good luck with the reporter. I'll be waiting for you in the gardens afterwards. Love you, Snooky.
Oh man, any game that does not have an option to skip dialogue is really just dropping the ball. I mean, not saying that you should always skip all like use the skip dialogue function sparingly. Never skip dialogue if you haven't heard it before. But come on. There should always be an option to skip dialogue.
It was
Oops.
the kitchen door.
Alright, let's try going down here.
It was just a door. Nothing particularly special. Nothing but silence behind the door. The door was shut fast and wouldn't open.
Yeah, I mean, probably a lot of places would benefit from just an entire new power system.
It was a typical trash can.
But of course, no, it's never going to get done because that involves like money and effort and change, and people hate change.
When in doubt, search the trash. But there was nothing of interest. It was a typical trash can.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Whole lot of money.
There had to be a clue around here somewhere. But not in there. It was just an old sheet of newspaper. But you never know what might come in handy. The drain pipe looked old, but sturdy.
Oh, cool. Oh. Ow. Didn't that happen to George in the first game?
The pipe was broken. I couldn't climb it now, the pipe was broken. The wooden gate looked very sturdy. The gate was locked. It was the front sheet of an old newspaper. The paper had more stories about strange weather around the world.
Hmm.
I considered leaving the area,
Let's not just
but
yet.
decided to remain here.
Hello, person. Who are you?
The woman was a traffic warden. Maybe she'd seen something. Bonjour.
Yes,
I wonder if you can help me.
I doubt it. And anyway, I'm on duty.
It's pretty quiet this morning.
It's Sunday. What do you expect?
Did you see a dark-haired woman a short time ago?
No.
You seem very sure.
My job is to look at cars, not people.
I must find her. She nearly killed me.
How terribly dramatic.
As a matter of fact, it was.
Spare me the story, please.
She's very unsympathetic.
Do you happen to know a young computer programmer called Vernon?
Does he have a car?
Not that I'm aware of.
Then it is highly unlikely that I have met him.
Take a look at this.
Interesting. 12 millimeter, and recently fired.
That's right. But how do you know about...
Firearms? Let us just say, I have not always been a traffic warden.
What else can you tell me about it?
From the head stamp, manufactured in Prague. And the gun itself? The new Magnum, if I'm not wrong.
You
Damn.
can tell all that from the shell?
You just have to know what to look for.
It came from the gun of the woman who tried to kill me.
This is not a Saturday night special. You are dealing, I think, with professional killers.
Can you help me?
Fire away. Ha! My little joke.
Wow.
Bah! What does this prove? Any fool can throw together a fake ID.
True, but only a real fool would impersonate a journalist at my paper. Did you see a dark-haired woman running by here earlier?
Was she the one who fired those shots?
Yes, that's right.
Sorry, I didn't see her. I wish I had.
Did you see a gun running by here?
Thanks for your help.
Perhaps
Goodbye.
being held by a dark-haired woman.
The gate led to the gardens.
Oh. Ooh. Well, this is pretty. Oh good, there is a run. Oh, look at you! Purple goth lady, I like you already.
Beatrice was sitting in the
Oh.
gardens waiting for her boyfriend. One good thing about being a goth, you don't have to dress up to be in mourning.
Ha ha. Oh my god, look at her, she's so cute.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonjour.
Are you Beatrice?
How do you know my name?
I'm Nicole Collard.
Vernon is going to meet you.
That's right.
He was supposed to come here afterwards. Where is he?
I'm sorry. Vernon is... He won't be coming.
What's happened?
I love her. Did you see a gun carrying a dark-haired woman?
Did you see a dark-haired woman run past this way?
No? What's happened to Vernon?
Talking to a goth about death felt like being in a vampire movie. Beatrice, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
It's Vernon, isn't it?
He's dead.
What?
I'm sorry.
No! You're lying! I don't believe you!
Oh. I was gonna ask about the bullet. She probably didn't have anything to say about it. I'm sorry, Beatrice. You're adorable. Let me hug you. Beatrice was my maternal grandmother's name. What's that thing? I can't look at it. We are. I mean, I sure as hell am. Alright, well, great. I just traumatized his girlfriend. Go me.
The gate led back to the street. I considered leaving the area, but decided to remain here.
Not just yet. Can I go? Nope.
I considered leaving the area, but decided to remain here. Nothing special about this door. All was quiet. Just another locked door. The door looked well made. I couldn't hear anything moving on the other side of the door. I couldn't open the door. The door looked well made. Just another locked door. I couldn't hear anything moving on the other side of the door.
There's that car parked halfway on the sidewalk. Which side of the road do they drive on in France? Is that car even on the right side of the road? Hello, skateboard dude. Hold on, before I talk to you.
Nothing special about this door. The door may have been too thick, but I couldn't hear anything.
Wait, come back.
The kid's clothes yelled skateboarder. In case we didn't get the message, he was carrying a skateboard.
I was gonna say. And so did the skateboard he was carrying in his hand.
Hi,
Well, hi there, beautiful. You are looking for something?
I might be.
You have come to the right place.
Right place, right guy, huh?
That's how it looks to me too.
Were you around a little earlier?
Oh, I've been around a while.
Oh, that's good. I'm a reporter and I need to ask you a few questions. Did you see a woman run past a little earlier?
Don't think so. Women usually slow down on this corner.
They probably can't believe what they're hearing.
What?
I said I can quite believe it.
You could try a Twitcher.
Who's he?
She, the traffic warden, doesn't miss a thing.
Alrighty. I already did that.
Hey, you should get yourself a new photographer, honey.
Oh, do you think so?
Drop by my studio sometime.
Yeah, no.
Do you happen to know a guy called Vernon?
The coder?
Yes.
Yeah, he's cool. Hangs out in the park with his girlfriend.
I'm afraid he's been killed. Shot.
Oh man, that's too bad. Still, a neighborhood like this, only the brave survive, huh?
This neighborhood looks like absolutely gorgeous.
Have you seen a shell casing before?
Sure.
It's from a real gun.
Big deal.
It was a big deal. For somebody.
Okay.
So where's your posse?
What?
Big guy like you? Gotta have a posse, surely.
Oh, yeah, sure. I got two.
Wow.
How about you? You got a posse?
Oh yeah. But I like to keep it secret.
Gotcha.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
You don't know what a posse is, do you? Alright, I was still looking around this area. Hug every wall.
The door looked well made. The door may have been too thick, but I couldn't hear anything. Just another locked door. I considered leaving the area, but decided to remain here.
Okay, they're on the right side. Alright, so that car is on the correct side of the road. I like how all the area exits are marked with a do not enter sign, although I don't always notice them. Ooh, crepes.
The old woman looked like she could stand around all day. Bonjour, madame.
Bonjour. I tell you, I've had enough of this job. Day in, day out, the same old drudgery, huh?
Why don't you give it up then?
Give it up? Huh, who do you think you are telling me to give up my job?
I thought...
Thought you were too good for the likes of me, I expect?
No, not at all. I didn't mean...
I was a dancer once, you know. At Le Moulin Rouge. So stick that on your velo and ride it.
That's wonderful.
Of course. Alphonse, he wouldn't have any of it. I'll not have you flashing your knickers out of a Paris, he said. Get a proper job. So I did.
A real liberated man.
He was an angel. I won't hear a word against him.
I like this woman.
It happens to all of us. No one escapes.
What do you mean?
Look at the picture. Your looks have gone already.
Just what a girl likes to hear.
Wow.
Did you see a dark-haired woman a short time ago?
No. Perhaps that dear traffic warden might help. She always knows what's going on.
Do you know a young man called Vernon?
I'm sure I don't know what you're suggesting. I am a married woman. Of course, between you and me, in my dancing days, it was a different matter.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Au revoir!
The door looked well made. The door was shut fast and wouldn't open.
Anything over here?
It was just a door. Nothing particularly special. I couldn't open the door. The door had nothing remarkable about it. The door may have been too thick, but I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't open the door. It was the door to Vernon Blier's apartment building.
Maybe there's something in the lobby or something. Or maybe I just go... Okay, I just go directly upstairs. Well, that's not what I want. Oh, I wonder if I can, wonder if I can get into the other apartment. Oh, I already did, though. Yeah, the third one. Yeah, I think I already did that. Okay, so this is where I came out on from the fire escape. Was that box here before? Oh, well, I can't,
The door had nothing remarkable about it.
I can't touch it anyway, so...
The door may have been too thick, but I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't open the door.
Okay. Huh. I guess I could also just go back to Nico's apartment and see what's there.
Bonjour.
Yes.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
I already looked over here. I want to double check, make sure I couldn't open these other doors on the far side. Because I think this is the way Beatrice went. No? Can't open those doors. Okay then. Huh. Let me try... Maybe that newspaper had a clue to the safe by some strange happenstance. Wait. Let's go up the slightly more sane way. The front door. Ah, no. Damn it. These controls. They're killing me.
It was Vernon's front door.
Can I...
The door was
Oh,
securely locked.
shit. Oh, damn it. Alright, well... That's annoying. I should have, Yeah, alright. I don't want to do this all over again. Let's just go back up the fire escape then. It's so stupid that I can't just unlock his door from the inside. I probably don't even have the clue that I need. probably just a big waste of time, but I'm doing it anyway.
I could have hit buttons at random.
Nope.
But getting the combination that way would have taken weeks.
Maybe I can,
Perhaps I should make a call.
Nope. Okay. Alright, well, I guess my only option then is to go back to my apartment. See if there's anything I can do there. Go. Oh.
I considered leaving the area and decided to go back to my apartment.
Looks fairly similar to its Broken Sword 1 incarnation. The couch is the same.
The statue is an ugly little thing. It would probably have been worth a fortune if it hadn't been badly worn across the shield. It had once belonged to my father. It was my most precious possession.
A bust of some guy.
My battered old phone had seen better days. I thought I should check my messages.
You have no new messages.
So much for my busy social life. Perhaps I should make a call.
Or not.
I'd bought the TV and DVD player some time ago, but had hardly had the chance to use it. I didn't have the time to spend watching TV. George had given me this picture. I never could bring myself to throw it away.
Oh, wait, am I looking at this, or?
George had given
Oh,
me
yeah.
this picture. I never could bring myself to throw it away.
Speaking of pictures to throw away.
It was a photo of my old friend, George. I wondered what he was doing right now. Probably running a clam bake somewhere for his law firm. We had some good
Is that-
times together, and more than our share of dangerous ones, too.
That's, okay, so A, that's a really cute picture of George, and B, is that Khan in the background?
It was a photo of my old friend, George. The bathroom door was looking a little shabby.
Yes, and what's her face from Broken Sword 2 can join as well. The mine president lady. I forgot her name. Began with a C.
I had not had the chance to read half the books on my shelves. I didn't know why I kept buying them. I knew how to cook, but these days all I did was throw stuff into the microwave. I was scared to look inside for fear of what I would find.
I keep wanting to say it's Carmelita, but that's not her name. It's something else.
The clown's red nose was a clue that George and I once
Oh,
found.
God.
It made me think of him when I touched it. Looking after houseplants wasn't my forte.
Yeah, I was thinking that TV is very small. I guess that's good if you have it just like on your table and you're just sitting right in front of it to watch it.
The bathroom door was looking a little shabby. That wasn't a good idea.
Listening at your own bathroom door? I guess that isn't a good idea. Or it's a paranoid idea. Oh, nice. I just went home to use the bathroom. And there doesn't really seem to be anything else I can do here. So there's got to be a clue then somewhere. Maybe I should have a look through the guy's apartment again. Maybe there's something I overlooked or something that wasn't available for examining before and is now.
The door kept the world at bay, mostly. That wasn't appropriate. I considered leaving the apartment and decided to visit Vernon's place.
Gotta get into that safe somehow. I really hate that I have to go up and down the damn fire escape to get in there. It's so pointless. I can just open the front door. I could just unlock the front door of his apartment and go in like a sane person, but no.
Bonjour.
Yes.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Oops. I can't help it. It's a natural bodily function. Are they? I don't know. I didn't really get that impression. I mean, because she called mainly because she called him her friend, which implies to me that she never thought of him as in a romantic way, or if she ever did, she has gotten rid of those feelings. But then, yeah, she's like reminiscing over memories, over things that they did together. I mean, that's a fine. That's a thing people do, even if you're just friends. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
The picture was a pleasant touch. Another Steve Jobs original.
Yeah, there's gotta be a clue somewhere.
It was Vernon's front door. It led back out to the hallway. The door was securely locked.
Come on. Just unlock it. Something on the couch cushions, maybe? No?
Who needs ornaments when you've got a TV? He was dead. Very dead. There was nothing else to be found on his body. The computer had been wrecked. The computer was badly damaged. This was one serious binder collection. The wash basin was surprisingly clean. I'd always dreamed there were men out there capable of cleaning the toilet, but he wasn't one of them. Some things I just didn't need to examine.
I guess that's Beatrice's bra on the shower rod. I'm not seeing anything else that I can examine. I love that poster.
The wardrobe was stuffed with unwashed clothes. Disgusting. Whoever did the dusting here never got round to the TV. An old monitor had been stuffed in the corner. Cold Singapore noodle with tea bag. Gross.
Yeah, there's nothing else. I don't see anything else I can examine. Nothing else looks like a clue to the safe.
Under the floorboard was a small safe with an electronic lock. I could have hit buttons at random, but getting the combination that way would have taken weeks.
Am I supposed to, like, combine things? Gunshots, now a dark-haired woman, small safe.
No way was I doing that.
We already did the bank statement and the business card.
Not right now. There was no reason to try that.
Wait.
I thought about it, but decided against it.
Oh god! An anonymous gifter! Alright. That, may have been a bot, but thank you anyway. Now we're gonna hear this a lot. Thank you, bot, for triggering my sub notification 5 times in a row. I think that was the last one. I do like that animation though, so.
Not this time.
Never get sick of watching the Saurus lick the hero.
I was lucky the pan had deflected one of those bullets.
Oh god. Yeah, that's fair. Have you was it the same anonymous gifter? anything. I don't know what else to do. Oh, okay. Then I probably don't need to ban to ban anybody. There's got to be a clue around somewhere, but I have no idea where, and I've looked everywhere. I've looked everywhere I can look, and I have not found anything. So I think this may be time to ask for a hint. 'Cause I got nothing.
Perhaps I should make a call.
I did, yeah. There's nothing else to talk to her about. Oh, okay, yeah, that is him lying there. I don't think I'm going to find anything in his apartment, so I guess let's go back outside and wander around. Maybe I missed something out there. Oh, are they... Wait, oh, that's weird. Because there's... Oh, interesting. So there were two different anonymous. There were an anonymous gifter and an anonymous cheerer. I didn't even see that. But thank you to both of them. Even if you're bots, thank you anyway. Sometimes robots can be programmed for good. Can't do anything with this car. Wish I knew where Beatrice had run off to. This is... Okay, that's the way out.
Bonjour.
Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing else I can talk to her about.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye. Ooh. 6 a.m. Hey, you know, if you need to go to bed, go to bed. Don't stay up on my account. Hi.
Well, hi there, beautiful.
Nice board.
It's not just a board, it's what you do with it.
So I hear. Well, I'd better get back to my investigating.
Woman's work is never done, huh?
Indeed, and it's not made any easier by dudes like you. Show you a dragon. Okay, let me find one. I'll be right back. Alright. So, this dragon is, let me make sure I can hold up to the camera here. This is a little toothless figure. He's very cute. I do not remember where I got this guy. Someone gave him to me as a present. It might have been like a Happy Meal toy or something? Like some kind of... I do not remember. But I don't care because he's adorable and look, his little head moves. Yeah, it's toothless. He's so cute. I love him. Little dragon. Alright, let's get back to it.
Bonjour, madame.
You again, huh? Can't you see I'm busy?
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Au revoir!
Toothless is definitely, I think, one of the best cinema dragons out there. Yeah, I was kind of looking at her outfit earlier and going like, how would I describe that? Because like, it's kind of more, it looks more like what someone would actually wear than like her outfit in the first game, where it was like black leather jacket and like a purple tube top and mini skirt and I don't know what the hell else she was wearing, but yeah, that was very like video game outfit, but this is more like real person outfit, which I appreciate. E.T. is not a dragon. E.T. is creepy. Yeah, I still don't know what to do. I'm still, I still need a hint. Very sensible music video where she's playing the guitar. She does! I could totally see that. I think it's like the sheer, top, over an opaque top. What? What was that? Ow! What'd you do that for? Aw. My boyfriend made a noise, and it was because he stepped his toe. Yeah, like very like Lilith Fair kinda outfit. Domestic violence? No.
I considered
Oops.
leaving the area.
Unless you count violence against his toe.
But decided to remain here.
Hey, Mr. Gel. Hello, hello. Was Lilith Fair 2000s or what? No, yeah, that was 2000s, I think. It was around the time, I think. I don't have a good head for dates, so I could be wrong, but yeah, around that time. Yeah, I don't know. Late 90s, early 2000s. Okay, good. I've already tried going in, pretty sure every door here.
The door was shut fast and wouldn't open.
Oh, wait, I wonder, probably not, but let me see if perhaps, maybe I can check that neighbor again? Maybe the neighbor might be willing to talk now? I doubt it, but worth checking.
The door was locked. All I could hear was the TV. It was the door to a neighbor's apartment.
Nope. No luck there. She doesn't even bother knocking. Oh man, also the bootcut jeans. Dig it. I like bootcut. That's like my preferred style of jeans. I don't even wear boots that often, but I just like bootcut jeans. Of course, these days I'm not really wearing jeans. Because why would you wear jeans when you're just sitting around the house? Why would you wear pants at all? Yep, I have nothing to go on. I bet, exactly, on Zoom nobody has to know. You always wear proper pants? I did for a while at the beginning of quarantine, and then I was like, you know what? Nah. I do still wear, like, I'll put on, like, underwear and, like, a shirt and everything. As you can see, I'm wearing a shirt now. But these days, it's usually just pajama pants or skirts. I mean, skirts are fine anyway, but yeah. Pajama pants. Or, when it's super hot, no pants. We've reached no pants level of hot in California. At least in my part of California. So I was very careful getting up out of my chair and off the camera because I didn't want anybody to see my unmentionables. Namely, my underwear. Oops, I mentioned them. I wonder if there's going to come a point at which I'm going to have to turn the webcam off because I don't want to wear a shirt either. Hasn't happened yet, but it might happen. Too hot for Twitch, literally. I'm sure Malcafort is looking up. Oops. Oh, cool. I didn't know I could just bonk into walls. I'm sure someone's looking up the answer. But I have no other ideas. I'm just going to run around like a crazy woman until somebody can suggest what I'm supposed to do, because I have no ideas anymore. Maybe I will magically stumble across something I haven't done. What? Oh, I am in the floor. Alright, cool. Swim, yes. Swim, Nico, swim. Let's just enjoy this for a while. US LA weather. Yeah, I mean, like, I usually don't mind hot weather. I prefer it, actually, but it's pretty damn hot. Even I have limits. Well, that was fun. Yeah. That was great. Wonder if I can get that to happen again. It happened, I think it happened because I ran through the gate. Let's see. Nope. Aw. We're back to normal. Too bad. Well, that was fun while it lasted. I think that's just a fallen leaf. Like, it bugs me. It's like just a thing on the floor that I can't do anything with. I think it's just a leaf, or I don't know. There's another one over here. Or maybe it's like like an empty chip bag or something. Okay. I'm open to ideas. I'm in Paris, right near the beginning of the game, chapter 2. Chapter 2? Are we chapter 2? Oh, Paris 1, okay. Well, this is just a riveting stream of me just running around, having no idea what I'm doing.
I couldn't open the door. It was locked. The door looked well made.
Something you can bank on. Right, well, I have the bank statement.
According to the bank statement, Vernon Blier was pretty short of money. Maybe that's why he'd planned on selling his story.
Yeah. Okay. But I already tried that on the safe and it didn't do anything. That was not the right answer. And I can't show it to anybody, can I? Let's see. Can I like... Because I should be able to, if I can show an item to someone, it should show up in their dialogue menu, right?
That wasn't appropriate. I considered leaving the area, but decided to remain here.
I have not played any of the Discworld games. The only one I really want to play, to be honest, is Discworld Noir. Like, I've seen bits of the other of the other ones, and they look like I would hate them, to be honest. But Discworld Noir looks good, and to further recommend it, it was a big inspiration for Dave Gilbert of Wajidai Games, so that's an excellent reason for me to want to play it. They have their own charm. I can't deny that. I mean, so does Simon the Sorcerer. And I ended up kind of hating... Well, the first one was okay. Second one, also okay, but I ended up hating it for personal reasons. But one thing I won't deny is that Simon the Sorcerer games, at least the first two, are freaking gorgeous. I talked to... There's no one else I can talk to. On the phone.
Perhaps I should make a call. That wasn't a good idea.
Can't call the bank.
That wasn't appropriate.
Ah, okay. Wrong hint. Different hint.
I had no reason to do that.
I guess, I mean, also there are some people out there who have devoted themselves to playing every single adventure game in existence, which is damn impressive, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and not all of them are good. So, you know, mad respect to people like Hippolito Pichardo, who have, like, just... That's just what he does. Plays every single adventure game, no matter how reviled it may be.
The door was securely locked.
I suppose I can, like...
I had no reason to do that.
Probably can't pick the lock of this apartment.
I had no reason to do that.
Anti-drug adventure game? Oh my god. Those are the best kind of adventure games, or just games in general, where, like, people try to, like, moralize. By best, I mean worst. I
couldn't hear anything.
I hope I didn't, like, get into an unwinnable situation or anything. Like, maybe there was a time frame at which I was supposed to pursue the woman? Have I heard everything the Itty has to say? The what?
The trash can contained no clues. The trash can contained no clues. The fridge door had just saved my life.
Which genre video game has the most titles? That's a good question. And made more difficult by the fact that, like, some video games defy genre, or, like, could fall into multiple genres. And kind of, in some cases, video game genres are not very well defined anyway. And there's some debate as to what an adventure game even is. And where you draw the line between, like, adventure game versus action adventure game versus puzzle game, etc., etc. There's all kinds of, like, weird, muddy areas like that. Everything the city has to say. As far as I know, yeah, there's only 3 people out on the streets: the traffic warden, the skateboard guy, and the street sweeper lady. And I've already talked to them all about everything they have to say. And Beatrice is gone. I wonder if I was supposed to talk to her about the bullet. Like, was that like the vital clue that I was missing? Because she left before I had the chance to talk to her about it. I just told her about Vernon, and then she ran off and has disappeared. I can't imagine she would have had anything useful to say about the bullet. Certainly nothing more useful than the traffic warden.
The wooden gate looked very sturdy.
Yeah, that's kind of my thinking as well. Like, if it's an adventure game but it has action elements, then it's an action adventure game. Or if it's yeah, like, it is kind of the catch-all category. And there are a lot of them. That's like kind of almost like the default thing that people think about when they think about video games. I would venture to say. Though I may very well be wrong. That's just a giant generalization. Which I am prone to do sometimes, and I probably shouldn't. Everything the city has to say. There's nothing else.
All was quiet.
Unless there's like doors I haven't listened at, which might be true. Because I definitely started skipping some of them once I saw that they were all kind of the same. That door is non-interactable.
Bonjour, madame.
You again, huh? Can't you see I'm busy?
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Nothing from her.
The door looked well made. All was quiet. I couldn't open the door. It was locked. It was just a door. Nothing particularly special. The door may have been too thick, but I couldn't hear anything. Just another locked door. I couldn't hear anything moving on the other side of the door. The door had nothing remarkable about it. I couldn't open the door. It was the door to Vernon Blier's apartment building.
We already tried talking to the neighbor. Who did not respond.
The door may have been too thick, but I couldn't hear anything. The door looked well made. I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
You heard everything the city has to say.
Just trash. Nothing but trash. I couldn't climb it now the pipe was broken. The gate was locked.
I wonder if, kind of doubt it, but let me see.
It was just a door. Nothing particularly special. Nothing but silence behind the door. The door was shut fast and wouldn't open.
We also tried see if the other door's on the balcony, or rather the window. I couldn't get in those though.
I could see the street outside.
So I can do this. Maybe I can go somewhere else from here? I don't think so. Nope, can't get in that window. I do have a newspaper in my inventory, yes.
It was the front sheet of an old newspaper. The paper had more stories about strange weather around the world.
What are you suggesting I do with the newspaper, if anything?
I couldn't hear anything.
Technically what the city has to say. Yeah, but I did that earlier and nobody had anything new to say after that. Or did they? I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe I thought
The door was securely locked.
thought I tried and I didn't. I don't know. I would think that, like,
I could have hit buttons at random,
no.
but getting the combination that way would have taken weeks. Perhaps I should make a call.
Yeah. Maybe,
It was the front sheet of an old newspaper. The paper had more stories about strange weather around the world. It was the front sheet of an old
nope.
newspaper. The paper had more stories about strange weather around the world.
Nope. Nothing new there. Someone out there is watching this stream or this YouTube video once I export it and is just going insane because they know what to do and I don't. And they're just going like, no, you have to do this. Oh my God. Why haven't you figured it out yet? It's so obvious. And to that person, I'm sorry. I know that feel, bro. I do not have any other ideas.
Hi.
Well, hi there, beautiful.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
I wonder if... Let me see something real quick. I'm resorting to UHS. Uh-huh, did that, did that, did that. Uh-huh. Okay. Hmm. Yep, yep. I did all that. I talked to everybody. Apparently the game's supposed to advance once I have talked to everybody about everything, and I did that. Game's not advancing. Maybe I was supposed to talk to Beatrice about the bullet. Maybe I've put myself into an unwinnable situation because I didn't ask her about the bullet. Is that seriously what happened? Well, that's... Alright, well, okay. Fine. Let me restore back to a point at which I had not talked to Beatrix. Beatrix. I keep calling her Beatrix. Beatrice. If I can find one. I don't know. These are very unhelpfully named save files. Let's try that one. Okay, perfect. Amazing.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonjour.
Are you Beatrice?
How do you know my name?
Collade.
Vernon is going to meet you.
That's right.
He was supposed to come here afterwards. Where is he?
I'm sorry. Vernon is... He won't be coming.
What's happened?
Well, that's incredibly stupid. Like, why does the game let you do that? That's bad. That's bad design to have a character that you need to talk to run off and fucking disappear when you need her to advance the game. If you don't say things in the right order. Nope. I don't approve. Hi, Kitty. Kitty does not approve either.
Did you see a dark-haired woman run past this way?
No? What's happened to Vernon?
I thought about showing her the shell casing, but decided it might be a little tactless.
See?
Talking to a goth about death felt like being in a vampire movie.
Like, there wasn't even any
Beatrice,
reason.
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
It's Vernon, isn't it?
He's dead.
What?
I'm sorry.
No! You're lying! I don't believe you!
Beatrice, yeah. That's a good one. I think that's probably closer to, like, the actual, like, Latin root of the name. Okay, so she buggered off. So, theoretically, now I should be able to talk to everybody, right? And then the game should magically advance because I did this one thing that didn't even have any effect. Right?
Bonjour.
Right?
Yes.
Nope. Okay, nothing from
Thanks
you.
for your help. Goodbye.
So I think, let's see. Not sure if I already talked to the skateboarder and or the sweeping woman, but let's see. Let's find him.
Hi.
Well, hi there, beautiful. You looking for something?
Okay.
I might be.
You have come to the right place.
And again,
Right place, right guy, huh?
since I can't skip
That's,
dialogue, this is
good
gonna be
to meet
annoying.
you.
Were you around a little earlier?
Oh, I've been around a while.
Oh, that's good. I'm a reporter and I need to ask you a few questions. Did you see a woman run past a little earlier?
Don't think so. Women usually slow down on this corner.
They probably can't believe what they're hearing.
What?
I said I can quite believe it.
You could try Twitcher.
Who's he?
She, the traffic warden, doesn't miss a thing. You should get yourself a new photographer, honey.
Oh, do you think so?
Drop by my studio sometime.
Do you happen to know a guy called Vernon?
Dakota?
Yes.
Yeah, he's cool. Hangs out in the park with his girlfriend.
I'm afraid he's been killed. Shot.
Oh man, that's too bad. Still, a neighborhood like this, only the brave survive, huh?
Have you seen a shell casing before?
Sure.
It's from a real gun.
Big deal.
It was a big deal. For somebody.
Maniac Mansion, I know, right? Or like any early Sierra game.
So where's your posse?
You'd think that they'd have
Big guy like you?
kind of grown out of it by
Gotta
now,
have
but
a
I guess not.
posse, surely.
Oh, yeah, sure. I got two.
Wow.
How about you? You got a posse?
Oh yeah. But I like to keep it secret.
Gotcha.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
That's enough to talk about my posse.
Bonjour, madame.
Bonjour. I tell you, I've had enough of this job. Day in, day out, the same old drudgery, huh?
Why don't you give it up then?
Give it up? Huh, who do you think you are telling me to give up my job?
I thought...
Thought you were too good for the likes of me, I expect?
No, not at all. I didn't mean...
I was a dancer once, you know. At Le Moulin Rouge. So stick that on your velo and ride it.
That's wonderful.
Of course. Alphonse, he wouldn't have any of it. I'll not have you flashing your knickers out of a Paris, he said. Get a proper job. So?
I did. A real liberated man.
He was an angel. I won't hear a word against him.
Do you know a young man called Vernon?
I'm sure I don't know what you're suggesting. I am a married woman. Of course, between you and me, in my dancing days, it was a different matter.
Did you see a dark-haired woman a short time ago?
No. Perhaps that dear traffic warden might help. She always knows what's going on. It happens to all of us. No one escapes.
What do you mean?
Look at the picture. Your looks have gone already.
Just what a girl likes to hear. Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Okay. So I have now talked to everybody. Now what? The game is supposed to magically advance now, right?
Bonjour.
Yes.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Nothing's happening. I've talked to everybody about everything. Is the game bugged? God, I hope not. I'd like to actually play more of this game. Am I supposed to find Beatrice somewhere? I've looked everywhere, I don't see her. Maybe I'm supposed to go back to my apartment now? skateboarder guy go?
Bonjour, madame.
You again, huh? Can't you see I'm busy?
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Au revoir!
Oh, there he is. Come back here, you.
Hi.
Well, hi there, beautiful.
Nice board.
Hey, it's not just a board, it's what you do with it.
So I hear. Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Nothing. Alright, well, let's try going back to my apartment, I guess.
I considered leaving the area.
Yeah,
But
inventory.
decided to remain here.
We have a shell casing, we have a press card, we have a pencil, we have a notepad, we have a newspaper, we have lipstick, and we have Vernon's business card, and the bank statement.
According to the bank statement, Vernon Blier was pretty short of money. Maybe that's why he'd planned on selling his story. It was the card I'd found on the dead guy. His phone number was 0123748019.
I'm missing an item. Okay.
Today's modern woman should never be without her lipstick. It was the front sheet of an old newspaper. The paper had more stories about strange weather around the world.
Missing an item.
I considered leaving the area and decided to go back to my apartment.
I swear I've looked everywhere. I have no idea where it could possibly be.
I thought I should check my messages.
You have no new messages.
So much for my busy social life. Perhaps I should make a call. George had given me this picture. I never could bring myself to throw it away. It was a photo of my old friend, George. I wondered what he was doing right now. Probably running a clam bake somewhere for his law firm. We had some good times together, and more than our share of dangerous ones, too. I had not had the chance to read half the books on my shelves. I didn't know why I kept buying them.
It's around where I found the newspaper. Okay, so that was in the alley with the garbage cans. Oh my god.
I considered leaving the apartment and decided to visit Vernon's place.
I can't really move my camera enough to show you, but our kitty friend is sprawled on the floor on his back. Like this. It's very cute. I could swear I looked everywhere in that alleyway, but let's check again, because I have definitely missed things before. We check the trash cans. There's nothing in either of one of them.
Just trash. Nothing but trash.
Maybe there's... Oh, what? Wait. No,
The pipe was broken.
that's just the drain pipe, right? Hang on. Right. Is there...
The pipe was broken.
Yeah.
I couldn't climb it now the pipe was broken.
It's just the pipe.
It was a typical trash can. Nothing but trash.
I don't see anything. And I can't examine this box. Oh, wait, what? Are you That's like not even... Oh my god, okay. Wow, okay. You'd think that I would get that option on the lower... at the lower side of the wall. Not the higher side. God, alright.
There was a dark wig lying on the ground.
Oh.
What have we here? It was a wig, an expensive one too. But more important, it was an exact copy of my own style. That's why the traffic warden didn't see a dark-haired woman.
Mm-hmm. Asking the wrong questions. Yeah, that was, I disapprove of that, too. But, I mean, also, I guess that also reflects on me that, like, I was looking for, like, a sparkle on the game screen and not for a contextual icon. So I should be aware that that is an option, too. I should be looking out for that more often. So... lesson learned. Let's try to keep that in mind for the future.
The wooden gate looked very sturdy. The gate was locked.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, look at that. You'd think... Can I actually... Okay, no, it does... Alright, it does show up at the lower end, but let's see if it does on the other side, or if I just... Because I ran around near this wall many times, and I did not see that. But again, I might have just not been looking in the right place. Yeah, no, it's there. I was not seeing it. I was not looking at the contextual icons, and I did not see that pop up. Or maybe I just wasn't standing in the right place. Maybe I was like... Yeah, it's a little finicky. Like, if I'm not facing the right way, it doesn't show up. Huh. 3D games, am I right? Alright. I'm a little over my time, but let's actually try to get to the end of this section, just because I spent so long running around doing nothing. And I feel bad about that.
The label inside had been cut out. The killer had covered her tracks. Almost. There were a few strands of blonde hair inside.
Ah.
So the woman I'm after really has blonde hair, not black.
Okay. So now, perhaps I can ask Twitcher the right question. Did you see a blonde woman run past here? I was thinking also maybe that that Beatrice did it. Maybe it was purple hair.
Bonjour.
Yes.
You never know when the far too sweet woman might have snapped. Excuse me.
Take a look at this wig.
Very interesting. As wigs go.
I found it.
Well, aren't you the clever one?
Thanks.
It belonged to the killer.
So, you really are connected with the shooting.
That's right. And I need all the help I can get. Did you see a blonde woman running by here earlier?
Yes. Around your size, good build, muscle tone, shoe size 3, maybe 4, and I think not French.
That's amazing.
No, not amazing. Just good training.
Training?
I'm sorry. I'm not at liberty to tell you anything more.
Twitcher is awesome.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Okay, cool. Let's see if anybody else knows anything, has perhaps heard or seen anything. Hey you, skateboard dude.
Hi.
Well, hi there, beautiful.
Take a look at this wig.
Yeah, nice, but not really my style.
It belonged to the woman who killed Vernon.
Woman, huh? It's a cruel city out there.
The woman I'm looking for is a blonde.
Me too.
You're a funny guy.
Hey, I aim to please. But seriously, didn't you say you are looking for a woman with dark hair?
Did I? You've got me all confused now.
I know, I have that effect on women. I haven't seen any women running around.
Except for me.
Most babes tend to stop when they see how I can handle a board.
Thanks for your help.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Maybe stop patronizing him and ask him to give you a straight answer.
Bonjour, madame.
You again, huh? Can't you see I'm busy?
This wig belongs to someone I'm looking for.
Nice. At Le Moulin Rouge, we always had such beautiful wigs.
Have you seen anyone wearing this wig?
No. Was she a dancer?
Something much worse.
Pah! A singer, then.
Ouch.
Have you seen a young blonde woman by any chance?
I certainly have. Skinny-looking thing, like you.
Thanks. Which way did she go?
She got into a sports car and drove off.
Do you happen to know the make of car?
What do you take me for? Some kind of mechanic? You'll have to ask someone else.
Ah, well.
Just one thing. Your husband, Alphonse, is he around?
No.
I thought perhaps he might have seen something.
It's unlikely.
Why?
He left me 20 years ago. Ran away.
With a singer?
That's amazing. How did you know?
Lucky guess. Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Alright. Well, we know someone who knows all about cars. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Bonjour.
Yes.
Did you see a sports car earlier?
I see a lot of sports cars in the course of a day. If you had some details, I could help.
Alright, so probably gonna talk to the skateboard guy.
Thanks for your help.
He probably saw a sports
Goodbye.
car. He probably knows what color it is or whatever. Oh my god, this is just like a lot of running back and forth for... I mean, I won't say no good reason, but... artificially lengthening the chain, I guess.
Hi.
Well, hi there, beautiful.
Don't suppose you saw a sports car in the area earlier?
The red E-type Jag, you mean?
Yes. Why did you notice it?
I used to run one a little like it.
Did you happen to get the registration number?
Hey, there's only one set of numbers I like. And I'm not talking shoe size, huh?
Thanks. Anyway.
I hope you catch the killer.
I will. Thanks for your help.
It's gonna be
Goodbye.
it's gonna be another killer around here if you don't quit hitting on me. That music as Nico blithely jogs down the street.
Bonjour.
Yes.
It's very like Miyazaki-esque almost.
Did you see the E-type Jag that was in the area earlier?
Yes, I did.
I believe it belonged to the killer.
And they say crime doesn't pay.
What can you tell me about it?
It was parked illegally. I gave it a ticket.
Great. Do you have the registration number?
Here it is. 451 CAC 75.
Merci. Can you tell me anything else about the car?
You know, there was some kind of mask on the passenger seat.
Mask.
You mean like a child's mask?
No, an old mask. The kind they wear in a theater.
Merci, madame. You've been a great help.
It is but a courtesy from one professional to another.
Of course. Sounds like the police are on their way.
Oh.
I would appreciate it if you kept our little conversation to yourself. You understand?
Of course. I wouldn't want to blow your cover.
Exactly.
By the way, just who do you work for?
Can I trust you?
Of course.
One day soon, the aliens will land. We are preparing to fight them. You may join us if you wish.
That's very kind of you. But I have to go now. Au revoir.
I would like to join you, please. Yes. Oh God. Hi.
What's going on?
There has been a murder.
We are questioning everyone in the area.
What is your name?
Nicole Collard.
It's her, alright. Please come with us.
Hey. Hands off. I like also how they
This
just
is-
immediately.
Come on, speak up.
Nicole Collard.
Aha. The woman he had arranged to meet.
She's a tough one, I think, sir. Like me to loosen her tongue a little.
Is that
Not
Moo?
quite yet. Your identity card, please.
My press card.
A journalist. Typical.
You have a problem with journalists?
Only the spineless, lying, interfering variety.
Looks like I'm in trouble then.
She's the murderer, monsieur. Lock her up before she kills us all.
Control yourself, madame. I'm conducting an investigation here.
And we're getting on so well.
How did you know the dead man?
He contacted me through my paper. He wanted to meet.
Why?
Some nonsense about the end of the world.
Why did you kill him?
I didn't.
But you admit you were here.
He was already dead when I arrived. I broke in through the bedroom window. The killer was still here.
And?
We fought through there, in the kitchen. Then she ran off down the fire escape and I lost her.
There are certainly signs of a struggle.
Inspector,
We?
Oh, okay. I can't save the game in the middle of a conversation. I was not expecting to have to keep going, but okay. I know, right? Like, considering what else we've had to deal with, including a fucking Mayan god, aliens are like first grade stuff at this point. Come on.
have you any idea why he was killed?
None at all.
Perhaps it was to stop him talking to me.
Not everybody rates journalists so highly, mademoiselle.
How did you know Vernon was due to meet me?
Your message on the answer phone.
Here's the wig the killer wore.
I'll take that as evidence. Where did you find it?
Over the wall at the back of the apartment.
Oh, I see. How terrible. You've been framed.
Correct, Inspector.
She's the killer. I saw her with my own eyes.
You saw someone who looks like me with your own eyes. I don't know. I haven't actually seen that movie.
I've got the number of the killer's car.
My, you are being helpful. Are you quite sure you're a journalist?
Do you want the number or not?
Very well.
451 CAC 75.
Thanks.
The woman I fought was really a blonde.
The neighbor said she had dark hair.
I've already given you the wig.
For what it's worth.
Am I free to go?
Don't let her get away.
The evidence is clear enough. I'm placing you
Is
under
it-
arrest, Mademoiselle Collard. Officer, take her away.
With pleasure, sir.
But I mean, what evidence? Oh, what? You don't have any evidence. All right. So now we're back with George, and that's a good time to stop. Kitty's being very stretchy. All right. Well, that was a lot of running around and doing nothing. But we eventually got there. Thank you for the help. Thank you for the nudges and the hints and the eventual just like, hey, you're missing a thing. Oh. Well. Thanks, game. Anyway, yes, so thank you for that. I will see you guys tomorrow for Cook Serve Delicious 2. And looking forward to more of this. Despite the unintuitiveness of it sometimes, I'm enjoying it, and I want to play more, and it's good stuff. Yes, and there was no power outage. Yay! There might still be there was still a warning of possible power outages through Wednesday. So tomorrow and Wednesday, possibly the same risk, but we'll see. Hopefully we will not have to deal with that. That would be great. So yes, I'll see you guys. Oh, till Thursday? Oh, well, they'll probably update us as they know more. Well, at least on Thursday I'm not streaming. But yeah, so yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Cook Serve Delicious and Wednesday for Reciteer, and hopefully the power will stay on during my streams. That would be great. So, let's find someone to raid. Doop-a-doop-doo. Not a lot going on right now. Let's see. Looks like Vitriol Plays is streaming 7 Days to Die. Let's check that out. Yeah. Send you over to Vitriol. Oh hey, Decaf Jedi was here. Were you here the whole time, lurking? And Raviolin, you're here too. So yeah, thank you for showing up. And thank you for watching, and thank you for lurking, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Have a good one. You just got here. That happens. That happens. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, yes. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.